cheap seats. Now, today we'll be revealing who is in fact the celebrity mole. Here's a hint. It's not Oogie or Bina. But first, we have two strength events that, by the very nature of their names, boast champions of hyperbolic stature. Exhibit A, the world's strongest man competition. I mean, can we really say with certainty that the winner of this event is the world's strongest man? Yeah. How do we know that there's not some 700-pound guy in the Himalayas that can bench press a Cessna plane? So it really should be called the world's strongest man who doesn't live in the Himalayas and bench press Cessnas. But that's kind of long. And even that title would pale in comparison to our second event, the Ms. Galaxy competition. Not only is this event claiming that their winner is the most fit woman in the world, they're taking on the whole Milky Way. And anyone who's ever read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy before knows that that's just too damn bold. It's just too damn bold, people. All right, enough of our yapping. Let's get to some huge-on, huge action with the World's Strongest Man competition from 1995. I think I just found Nemo, dude. That's how Abe Lincoln stayed ripped. Hootie! Yes, because reggae music is the music you associate with hard work. Uh-oh, shock. Crikey, it swam right into his ear. He's a goner.
Hello and welcome to New Providence Island.
Crooked Tooth? What is she, Jules' sister?
For the final to find the world's strongest man of 1995.
And hopefully my fourth husband.
Crown, among them the defending champion Magnus for Magnusson, who won in...
The only way his name would be any cooler is if it was Magnus for Magnusson the Magnificent.
The Briton Gary Taylor himself, a former champion, and the South African Harry...
Get over here and give your father a kiss.
Competition testing strength, fitness, endurance,
penmanship,
and the men's ability to deal with the intense heat and humidity of this environment.
A heat so hot, it forced me to put on this white blazer.
Who in the final? Here's Paul Dickinson.
It seems almost...
He looks like the vice principal of a high school. Yeah, but he'd beat the snot out of Mr. Belding.
But one thing is for sure, he's in the form of his life. The defending champion, Magnus for Magnusson...
In Iceland, it's way too cold to think of baby names. So, Magnusson, your son will be Magnus.
...to win 2 in a row. It's over 10 years since an American won World's Strongest Man.
I miss Chris Farley.
Martin wants to win this final. He'll have to produce something special. Joe Onosai is by far the heaviest man in this final.
Okay, is his weight actually 400 pounds, or was that just as high as the scale went?
Wayne Price, recent training...
Apparently, an additional side effect of performance enhancers is the inability to look directly into the camera.
It was a revelation in a heat which produced...
Hey, it's Sting on Andro. Or Magnus for Magnusson with Beetlejuice head.
Devastating injury. Gary Taylor came through the heat...
You could run a credit card through the crease in this guy's forehead.
The first event is probably one of the toughest challenges of the final. Using a harness, the
Okay, this is the Bahamas. That's probably the only fire truck on the island. And somewhere on the island, there's a third-grade class on a field trip to an empty firehouse.
Attempted in a World's Strongest Man competition, and the men will have to use every...
It sounds like she's inside a seashell.
...to succeed.
The beginnings of a storm, perhaps.
The beginnings of an analogy, perhaps?
This massive fire truck over the course would fill
nope,
most
guess not.
with fear. And it's Denmark and Fleming.
What's up, Peggy? Would you say that to his face? Yeah. No.
Ever seen in World's Strongest Man competition.
Okay, guys, stop leaning on it. I gotta pull it.
Pulling lorries, cars...
Rope handler really exerting himself. Hey, cut him some slack.
For a world final, and Rasmussen is well away. The secret is to stay low.
They should light the guy's car on fire and put that at the end of the track for incentive.
Keeping in good form. The truck is really cruising along now. It weighs 40,000 kilograms. The front of the truck must go over the yellow line.
Hey, shouldn't a gunshot mark the beginning of a race? I think they just shot the sheriff, but they did not shoot the deputy, which was to be expected. See, now, Magnus has a clear advantage here because that's actually how they bring the fire trucks to fires in Iceland. Do they even have fires in Iceland? No, but sometimes firemen get called to get Bjork out of a tree. Trip, please, dear God, trip.
Herod hopes not because he's still in the lead. But this is a great show by...
Okay, Universal Studios should really rethink their new backdraft ride.
34.37 seconds. He's in second place.
And a permanent place in the Hernia Hall of Fame. Now, in order to excel at these strength competitions, you need one thing. A relationship with Balco? Okay, two things. A relationship with Balco and a great name. He's right, if you think about it. If your name is Magnus Magnuson, you're destined for hugeness. If your name's Gary Taylor, you're destined to hem pants. Arnold Schwarzenegger, domination. Arnie Schwartz, you're destined to have your pants hemmed by Gary Taylor. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Cheap Seats. We're watching the 1995 Strongman competition from the Bahamas. Now, you patriots out there might notice a lack of Yankees in the competition. World's Strongest Man is actually a sport in which the Americans don't do so well, despite our dominance in the field of steroids. In fact, an American hasn't won since 1982 when this man took the prize. And it was only because he killed everyone else with a pocket knife and some nylon fishing line. All right, so let's head back out to the action and check out the Flintstone barbell lift. Wilma! Okay, so we're underwater, there's clouds, there's a shark in the clouds. When did this become a Pink Floyd album cover?
Flintstone barbell.
Aren't there copyright laws against that? Hey, it's Strong Tony Soprano. Knock it off with the drums, AJ.
That last lift.
I can't wait to see them put the giant Brontosaurus ribs on the roof of Fred's car.
Straight under the bar is going to be the hardest part. Oh, no.
Ow, I think I fractured my clavicle. Meadow, get up here and help your father out. Note to self, don't do that. Damn separation with Carmela's got me all screwed up. Is he trying to scare the barbell? If by barbell you mean me, then yes, it's working.
Doesn't waste any time getting under the bar.
There is no way he's gonna lift that. Look at how unsteady he is. Whoa, dude, he did it.
Manages to lock out. He gets it.
And there's Magnus's wife. Around the house, she's known as Nagy Vernagerson.
Kilograms the target to go into the lead. He takes a very
Fred Flintstone was connected to Balco, right? Bam Bam for sure. Talk about mood swings.
Oh, that's a fantastic push with the arms and the legs.
Ooh, bad white dude dancing.
Everyone's
Just
happy now.
stop it. Okay, remember when Steve Young tried to dance in the end zone a few years ago? Who could forget it? Okay, Magnus just made Steve Young look like Paula Abdul. And plus, you know that celebrating is gonna cost him 15 yards on the ensuing keg toss. Back to the action.
If he gets this, he can't
I
finish
love
the
this
lead.
guy. He's so low-key.
Of course, Gary
He's
goes
like a
high.
quiet warrior.
Goodness knows what it feels like with this weight bearing down on your neck and shoulders.
It's like being married to Roseanne Barr.
Just a little twitch of the legs.
Yes,
and
the
now
quiet
push of the
warrior
arm.
did it.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, whoa, what's he doing? Okay, whoa. This is the best American Idol audition I've ever seen. Wow.
Well done, Joe.
Did he really need to go through all that to make his point? Yeah, he had me at 5-5 Sukahia. So, Onasai did that whole dance and he didn't even win? That's like Icky Woods doing the Icky Shuffle and then losing the Super Bowl. Oh, wait, he did do that. That happened, yeah. All right, I still can't get over the absurdity of the whole post-lift dance. I know. As a rule, you should probably hold out until you know you've won before you break that thing out. Yeah, maybe that was the reason why he lost. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's send it over to Sean Salisbury for a little breakdown. Sean?
Breakdown. Thanks, guys. Well, people talk about bulletin board motivation in sports, but this obviously takes the cake. Nothing fires up the competition more than somebody with a little cockiness. And this guy just poured lighter fluid on a volcano with that dance. Now, you want to pump a fist in the air? Fine. You want to scream and yell like you're passing a golf ball-sized kidney stone? Go for it. But when you start adding choreography, that's where I got to step in and say, Let's take a closer look at where he could have ended this thing. He could have ended it here. He could have ended it here. But I would have ended it here. There are some things you just don't do in this world. You don't cut in front of Bob Knight at a salad bar. You don't go to Vegas with Scott Weiland. And you don't go on any elongated victory dance before the game's over. I got 2 words for you. Stanford Cal. Here's 4 more. Band on the field. Guys?